I have a question about the people of the Dionysos Channel. How do they combine the principles of a loner with a public life? After all, they aren't forbidden from leading a public life, are they? No, they aren't. And the second question, how does Dionysos make money in life? Specifically, how can he earn a steady income from work when his field is so narrow and limited and major projects are rare? I don't want to be a starving artist or a seeker of bodily hardships. But without an agreement with the gods, relying solely on one's own strength, it seems impossible to succeed here. Well, indeed, there is no way to succeed, as Dionysos needs the support of others. Let us turn again to the myths. When we recall Dionysos, we also recall Zagreus, and how Dionysos recognized himself as Zagreus. He too had helpers, the Maenads, and a large group of followers. His mother Semele and his beloved Ariadne were beside him. He always had someone to lean on. And this is a hint for all Dionysos people too. For him it is very difficult to achieve anything alone. Dionysos needs a large, substantial number of connections around him. And he must have loyal friends, relatives, partners, or family members. Anyone who loves him simply because they love, not for any particular reason. Only then can Dionysos allow himself creative highs and lows, exploration, and greater freedom to experiment, without fearing financial loss, poverty, or other forms of material or physical vulnerability. That is the first point. It is the first thing to remember. Dionysos cannot achieve success on his own. He is always either surrounded by a crowd of friends, admirers, and worshippers, or he knows exactly whom he can rely on in this matter. Now, as for being a loner and being public, Dionysos can quite well engage in public activity. The question is not what he does, but how he feels while doing it. Dionysos is an egoist. He does not attach himself to anything, even to those who sincerely love and support him on both sides. Like Semele and Ariadne, he does not feel sacrificial love. Sacrificial love in particular. He recognizes the sacrifices that others make for him. However, this does not mean that he will necessarily repay them in kind. In this sense, he is a loner, and that is his form of egoism. Dionysos always puts his own interests first and will never sacrifice them for anyone, not even the person he loves most. He has a very deep connection to his origins and his primal matrix. This connection is so deep that no other can surpass it. Not even the strongest earthly love could break it. This can happen with Phoebus because his connection with his deepest matrix is not deep, excuse the tautology. It is rather superficial, and so Phoebus's connections always spread outward. But Dionysos' connections always go deeper, down to depths that are inaccessible to anyone else. And those depths are so much his own that he will never let anyone in. This is precisely what the myths tell us. Dionysos is connected with Rhea, connected with Gaia, while Phoebus is only connected with Demeter. He is cursed by both Gaia and Rhea. They do not allow him to enter their realms. As compensation, Phoebus can spread himself widely, but Dionysos cannot. Instead, he is drawn into his own depths, which pull him in a certain direction, even if everyone else says he should not go there. And here lies the essential difference. Dionysos may allow himself to spread his creative energy too thin, and may even experience a certain hunger in the social world, because he lacks the opportunities that Phoebus has. Phoebus will never starve as long as he remains Phoebus. But Dionysos experiences endless rises and falls throughout his life, and he must never try to change this. If Dionysos were to suddenly wish to live like Phoebus, he would lose his connection to his primordial essence, the most precious thing to him. Unfortunately, he only comes to value it after a certain point. But any Dionysos who tries to play at being Phoebus will never keep it up for long. In any case, he will experience a hunger that is stronger than the desire for comfort. And he will go back to himself. This is the key to realizing his creative potential. This is the key to fulfilling his talent. And those close to Dionysos, who manage to reveal their own talent, will ensure both a comfortable existence and a wide reach of his talent, spreading it to all whom it can reach through them. That is why Dionysos always needs someone to lean on. And remember this as an iron rule. If you put this into practice, there will be no problems. You will be absolutely self-sufficient in your wholeness and fully able to realize yourself just as you wish.